Hello, happy Sunday part 2. Welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. Available now on the Xbox Store for $19.99. Hello, No Pulse, Sir Khalid, Shitsu on you. Welcome to part 2 of my Sunday requested by horror streams. Which button do I push? Adjust my sound. Alright. What Remains of Edith Finch boasts 10 achievements for the 1000 gamer score. Everything's worth 100 points. Nice. Take a picture of the... I was reading that. Take a picture of the rabbit outside. See Joanne's name in the credits. Knock off all the letters. Clear all the balls. Drunken sailor finished the song. Catch 2 rabbits with only 2 swoops. Take both paths to the house. Look in all peepholes and telescopes. Boo earns. Hello, Boo. Blasphemous was very tough. I died a lot. It was good though. Hello, sub. Watching without audio, that is fine. Watch the VOD. I didn't tell him to watch the VOD. Finish all the stories. Okay. We're on a boat. I'm on a boat. Why didn't I hear your horn? Hello, Jordan. Wow, just wow. You are welcome, sub. Raffle? Boom. You can buy it. Alright, why can't I do anything?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Alright, we're in a walking sim. I knew that.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Wasn't allowed inside half the rooms, that's weird. Alright, interact is trigger.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent,
Ooh.
open immediately.
Hello, hero. Welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
No trespassing. Trespassers will be prosecuted.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Here's a key.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Pardon that.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
This would be
As if
creepy.
they're about to say something, but never do.
Greetings, Mr. Coolness. I can't hear that audio. It's weird. I wonder if Jordan unplugged my speakers. I don't know where he was sleeping, but he heard me talking to you guys, so he's like, I need to come say hi.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
That doesn't look safe. What kind of construction is that?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
It was super loud and locked up. You had to play this 4 times to get the collectibles. Wow. What are you talking about, No Pulse? What was super loud?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Weird. It shouldn't have been that loud. And I did that for my grandma at her garage so she wouldn't hit the wall. I don't think the freezer is supposed to be open.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Got some fishing rods.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Really?
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Huh.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Where's the kitty?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Something is stopping you.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Dementia. You love this game. What I never got to. Hello, Lady M. That's creepy.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
It's even more creepy.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Alright, so I need to look through all the peepholes. I don't know where all the peepholes are. Game has some great twists. A nice garage. You played it with a guide. I don't use guides, especially on stream. Yeah, I'm not hearing that. I wonder why. Wonder if Jordan turned off my speakers. Okay, something to fix. Yeah, I could see it playing through the desktop. I could see the audio moving. I'm not hearing it through my speakers that it's supposed to play. Lucky me. You also saw a double redeem. Well, you only get one.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
That's your least favorite. I like that one because it kind of says, hey, dopey. Yes,
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, great. Peepholes.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Ooh.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, thank you, Cadillac. Yeah. Cadillac just brought me a toy.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Hi, Cadillac. Thank you for the toy.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's funny. Where's the peephole? Or I can't look through the peephole. I open the door. No. The door's sealed. It's weird. Yeah, Cadillac. Very weird.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Hello, John. Hello, fishy.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
That. Wow. Oh, broken starfish.
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
What am I stuck on?
I kept eating and eating.
Ew. I don't think there's much nourishment in toothpaste. Floor looks wet. I've never actually seen a toilet that has the tank that high up. Only in video games have I seen that.
I ate a lot of things that night.
That looks like it's mistletoe, and that's poisonous.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Oh.
I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Yes, cat. You want so much love right now. I'm chasing a bird. I'm a cat.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Where'd the bird go?
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
This got dark quick.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Woo!
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
I don't see the rabbits.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Oof.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
I didn't know I was going to play Maneater today.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
This game is weird. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Ooh, there's some blood.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I have no idea what's going on in this game.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have.
I guess
so.
so.
I swam towards it.
Very hungry.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling,
All of them.
and suddenly I was me again.
It is very
I held my
weird.
breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep, but it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
That was a weird dream thing.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Hello, Carnage. Welcome to the Finches. Ooh, an ant farm. Is it an alien ant farm? Yeah, it could be. Where'd the cat go?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I'm not used to trigger being the active button. That's weird.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Whoa, that is some shag carpeting. That's the bathroom? That's kind of gross. The wetness and mildew that would get.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yes, it is. Yeah, exactly. And that's some thick shag. Oof.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
I mean, that's all literally, technically, I've done is dove it. I got one achievement.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Eat your dove.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
They put the house on a boat? Talk about a houseboat.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Come on. What are you crying about? What's wrong? Cadillac came in here crying.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Family cemetery.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Horror will be back to streaming. Let him heal. He needs to feel better. It sucks trying to stream when you're sick. Yeah, I was still asleep when he streamed. Yeah, Jordan, where were you? Not loyal enough to be there.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
SMS received.
Hello, BX. Welcome to the Finches.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
That was weird. This house design is so weird. Stairs that go nowhere. What the heck? This is Cadillac, though.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Hey, a pogo stick.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Oh my god, I'm kind of starting to feel sick.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh my god.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he
Whoa.
did.
Correct. Don't do that at home, kids.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Hey, Cadillac. Dude was 11? That's sad.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Mr. Horror. You want to be happy?
Oh, what an
Hello,
idiot!
Ima. I've heard good things about it. I got to go through this. Where do we go next? That's sealed. I need to fill up my daily vitamin thing. Maybe I'm not done in here. Hello, nighttime. Sad game hype. Hype, hype, hype. You fell asleep in the last game. Well, now it's tied 6-6. There's something. Who builds this type of stuff in their house? Yes, this is my first playthrough.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Did he miss another point after?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Where did I just come out of? Oh, sorry, Cadillac. I just startled him. I looked through this one, right? Yeah.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
You came out of the tunnel. Yes. I know the tunnel is right here. Right here.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
The way through this house is weird. Yeah, everyone likes the Cowboys. They're America's team. Oh, that's kind of gross.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Uh-oh.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now,
Yes.
That was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven.
I read
He'd
through all the
slipped
achievements.
into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Dak
Okay,
just
I'm
ran for
hearing
first
frustration,
down.
But I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
creepy.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I knocked them all off. There it goes. Clear the table. Clear all the balls off the pool table.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
You're turning the TV off? 6-6, at least it's not a blowout yet. Could be worse, it could be a Bills fan.
The fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Why would you sleep with the
Hours
crutch?
later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, I thought Raiders would be one. Oh, wife's awake.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman,
Hookman.
was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
I don't know why NFL gifts are broken.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
I know.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Alright, I refreshed it. I think it's just the database. NFL probably blocks some of them. So it's not the browser source, it's just the database that it pulls from. I'll DM me on Discord and I'll remember to show you.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
There's no kicks on my screen. Throws it away. Wow, she was only 16. Jeez. Barb Street.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
It's going to come down to... Oh, there's something about the letters. Finish all the stories, look all the peepholes, take both paths to the house. Oh, I missed that one. Bathtub. Into the basement we go.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
It's a mess down here. I wonder what the wife's playing. Let's see. Friends. Not playing anything. Is this how to get the credit achievement? Starting the game, what remains of Edith Finch? Story consultants, QA lead, play testers. That's a lot of testers. I didn't see the emotes. Emotes aren't working. What the hell? Where's... Pixel all. Refresh. Well, there they go. Did I do the Walter story? No, not yet. I'm still in the middle of it. I just wanted to see the credits to see if that would get the credit achievement, but I guess not.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
No, I'm not that fast.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think
This
it's that none of us has gotten very far.
is a weird bunker.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be
Gross.
dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
SMS received.
I was not around in 76.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
How did they even build all these traps? This is weird.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Okay.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yes. Santa Clara, Santa Monica, Santa Clarita.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Santa Ana. Santa Barbara.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Santa Edith Finch.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house,
San Bernardino, not
I
Santa.
can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
I know you know, I'm just saying.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Santa Claus.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2,
Santa Fernando.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I'm lost.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
That's sad.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but The pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Ooh. Shadow, Christopher, Bob, Oliver.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, so the house didn't make it on a boat.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yes, how was 2005?
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
When did San Francisco score again? Last I saw was 6-6.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Ah, I missed that.
They were both pretty intense.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Huh.
What? It's too early, Dad.
She doesn't want me to see what she's reading.
Hey.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Language, young lady.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Where are you?
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail...
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Oh, fumble. Wow. Nice.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you... Great shot, Don!
Ooh.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
I don't think I can go hunting.
Hang on, kiddo. Just trying to get a shot of the two of us together.
I was there.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Ooh. Jeez.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Duck.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. After Sam died, My mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Third and goal on my screen. Oh, that's what you're talking about. That was almost an interception. Divorce contract. Uh-oh.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
He's gonna miss this kick.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
It's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
That would be funny.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, not.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish you could. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
So there's still a lot of stories I have to get through. That's where I came from. Why are there lockers? That's weird.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Whee!
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
You can't crash it into them.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Make the music louder. This is
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day.
SMS received.
Out there on the beach alone.
I think
just
so.
You, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Yes, I have. I have 3 achievements. I played it for an hour and 51
She never
minutes.
talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
It is an ID at Xbox game.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I would not want to have to climb that to get to my room.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
That's funny. You can go down the pole. Can you go up the pole? No. Sliding down the pole should have been an achievement. Pole dancing. Ooh.
Lewis was born a year later.
You want me to go more into Firewatch? Okay. Or walking.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
It will be... I could tell you. Probably May.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
You could spend it on games.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
More is going to be added.
But it didn't last.
Well, their games
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday.
that I hadn't got to
when
yet.
He gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Can't go that way. That's weird. Oh, it's like a pull elevator. Got it. Don't look at my pile like that.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, going deep. Incomplete. So I'm missing
I was
Dawn.
4 when Milton disappeared.
I get out of here.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but
This is
I
rickety.
think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
I'm on a boat. Ooh, achievement. A closer look. Look at all the peepholes. Nice. What do I...
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Heh. I have 4 of the 10. I missed that one, so I will have to play through again to get that one. Play Calvin's story again. Oh, so I have to do the swing one again.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
This is tough.
When something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis-topia.
Lewis-topia.
Built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Conquer.
New Louisville.
New Louisville.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Hello, M317.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents.
It's really good. I've done a lot of walking. I missed one achievement.
He followed the sound of her silver harp.
Missables suck. I don't use guides when I'm streaming.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
It's tough to frickin' cut fish's
so
heads
proud of
off.
having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Yeah, missables are annoying.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Hey, we're done chopping fish heads. That ball went right through his arms.
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Make a rule, no game should have missables. Or there should be like a little pop-up, hey, there's a missable achievement. Might want to look. I don't know.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
The Wonderlands.
The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown.
Yes, if there's chapter select, that's not bad.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh no!
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Why'd he get the guillotine? Off with his head.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So I'm missing Dawn. And Edie. Yes, I swung on the swing. We went flying. Loop-de-loop.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Hasn't dawned on me yet, no.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Pixel freezes too much now.
SMS received.
I don't know why it freezes all the time.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Oh, hello, dear.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
5-0? Wow.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
I'm into 6. Wow.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
I haven't done this in a long
we both
time.
tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
With Thomas?
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
I'm rooting for Dallas.
Appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Am I being birthed?
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
I missed one person's story. Taking a bath in the kitchen sink. Everything ends. Oh, I did get them all. Okay. .43-yard attempt. It's good. Another achievement just popped. Thanks, Joanne. So I think that just leaves 3. Funny they all use kid pictures of themselves for the credit.
Are you still there?
Don't forget, tomorrow night on the Ambassador channel is where I will be.
SMS received.
What am I playing tomorrow? Tomorrow is Shield Maiden Remix Edition. Playtesters. Casey's alts could take the... yes. The end. Casey did stream it, yes. The replay a story option is now available. Ooh, okay. So I missed 4. Take a picture of the rabbit. Ah, when I had the camera. So I'll have to go back and pick which ones I want later to get those achievements. This is where I'm going to end What Remains of Edith Finch. It is available now on the Xbox Store for $19.99. Be back tomorrow, Ambassador Channel, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Go watch some football. Stay safe and happy gaming.